So we are here today to celebrate our unity tradition of the burning bowl. Rituals help us to make transformations in our life and honor the process of change in the moment that it's happening. Another reason that rituals are, I think, powerful is that collectively we agree to its power. We agree to the meaning that these rituals have. So today, we're going to experience the wonderful ritual of release, where we let go of old patterns, old attitudes, old beliefs. We let go of old pictures of what our life experience looked like. We let go of the past. And in its place, we make a conscious choice to empower ourselves to allow more love, more joy, more prosperity, more abundance, more health, more well-being, more of every good thought and idea and attitude and expression into our lives in ways known and unknown. That is what we call to ourselves. We absolutely, in this process, must surrender the ego to allow the divine to guide our thoughts. The divine knows. The spirit within each and every one of us knows what is our highest and best. Oh, we humans, we sometimes think we know. But we're going to allow that to be put to the side. And so as we bid goodbye to the year of 2017, we allow the transformation of that year, the experiences of that year, to fade into what is known to be the past. We don't just push it out the door. We accept each and every experience as something that our soul needed for our continued growth. We embrace each and every one of those life lessons that our soul required for us. We thank 2017 for the gifts, for the struggle, for the growth, for the evolution. And we embrace and bless all that it was. James Thurber said, "Let us not look back in anger or forward in fear, but around us in awareness." Many times have I stood here and said that awareness is our key. Not only must we stay present to our self, our thoughts, our emotions, we must stay present to our experience, to the now moment. When we are one with ourselves, we are able to make wise choices that serve our highest good. And when we are serving from our highest good, we are serving everyone's highest good. So awareness is the key. So we must live in the presence of the divine. Part of that experience of living as a spiritual being, having a human experience, involves making what we as humans judge as mistakes or errors in human thinking, human behavior, human attitude. And so we release those errors. We release the belief that we have erred. Because the truth is, beyond human judgment, there is a pulsing energy that is pushing us forward towards our greater good. That universal life force is constantly pushing. And it is only when we resist do we suffer. When we try to stop that universal life force from being the guide to our life experience, we feel sadness and pain, challenges that seem overwhelming. It seems easy to say, oh, if I could only follow Spirit. That is a moment to moment a choice for all of us. When we resist Spirit and allow the ego to drown out the still small voice of our intuitive guide, the inner teacher, our divine Christ self, not only do we as individuals suffer, but everyone in our circle of influence suffers. And on a greater level, the world suffers. We are connected in the web of life, and what we do, equally to what we do not do, causes chaos. It affects the greater whole. We may think that we may be ignoring Spirit, just because it's convenient today. But the ramifications of that simple choice to pull the covers over your head one more time are bigger than we allow ourselves to know. So when we carry old beliefs and habits of thoughts that no longer support ourselves and our experience, those beliefs and habits hinder our growth and ultimately the evolution of the planet. When you follow the bouncing ball, knowing that my life affects your life and your life affects my life, and that it all ripples across the city, the county, the state, the country, the continent. There's a lot at stake when we choose to play small, when we choose to hide our light and the truth of who we are. And so once in a while, we need a periodic cleaning out. And that's what today is all about. So when you came in and received your very last bulletin of 2017, you also received a piece of paper that says, I release and I let go. And a second one with an envelope that says, setting 2018 powerful intentions. Did everyone receive those elements? You will need them, and if not, please raise your hand and our ushers will bring. Okay. Pens are available in your seat back pocket, and if it has come up missing since Saturday, we can get you a pen as well. Is everyone fully supplied? All right. So we're going to, in a moment, begin a meditation together. And during that meditation, any time that something comes up in your mind or heart that needs forgiveness or to be released because it no longer serves your highest good, please jot it down. And if you put a person's name, you are releasing your attachment or your resentment or perhaps a negative feeling that you hold about that person. This is not like a voodoo doll where we believe you can do any harm to anyone else. This is all about you. You and you. And so when you've finished writing everything down, we will have our ushers release the rows, starting with the outer sides, 2 rows at a time to go through the foyer out front to the burning bowl. So I would like you to understand that this is a very sacred experience, and so I encourage you to be mindful and attentive to your own personal experience during this time, to release your paper and release the energy and burden you carry or have carried with those things. Release that energy into the bowl. This is a sacred experience, and we agree on the power of this ritual, so I encourage you to claim the power for yourself and to allow the other to experience the power of this cleansing process. Also, please burn only the one paper that we have provided for you. If you've brought a journal or a lengthy paper, please transfer the keywords to the paper that you have received. We can assist you later in releasing the other. I just want to make sure everyone moves through the process. And as you release your paper into the flame, please be mindful of your own personal safety and that of our facility. And do not hold on. Watch your long hair, your loose clothing. Be safe. And whatever it is that you release, I want you to let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Feel in your mind and body the sensation of release. And I ask that you allow the person to complete their experience at the bowl before you step up and have your own personal experience. It is the Spirit that does this cleansing work, and all we need do is be fully willing and allow for it to take place. So our release can be a joyous process. The act of release helps you to feel lighter when you release that burden and those things you've been carrying around. You will feel so much better by practicing completely the experience of release. So if there's anyone who is unable or unwilling to go to the bowl, our ushers also would be able to take your paper for you if it's a safer option for you. And then during the second half of our service, we will be writing a letter to God, envisioning all the good that we claim for our lives. And in this co-creation with the divine, we will visualize our goals and create new results and new experiences for ourselves. All right, ever so gently, return your awareness to the sacredness of the activity as we wait on our last few family members as they release their ritual and finish up. Returning your awareness to the presence of the divine within you, seeing with every burst of flame that a heart has been healed, for we are one in consciousness. And when our neighbor has been healed, we too are made whole. And so we give thanks for the release and the beauty of this ceremony as we move forward into a time of meditation as we write our letter to God. So I invite you to turn your attention now to the positive and uplifting goals that your heart holds for your upcoming life experience. As you contemplate those positive, joy-filled goals that you desire to claim for yourself, as you reflect on your letter to the universe, I encourage you to allow the heart and soul to speak. Open yourself to the wisdom and the faith, and allow your imagination to transport you to your highest good. And from this place of your highest good, look back upon what 2018 has to reveal to you. Allow your highest self to speak to you now. In the quiet of your own mind, your own heart, your own soul, contemplate for a moment these words, or allow the divine to speak in place of my words. And as the highest of 2018 has been revealed to you, what was it that happened in your life? What blessings were bestowed upon your relationships? Was there an old emotional wound that was healed and transformed? What have you learned? How have you grown? What adventure did you experience? Think of your physical body temple, your health, your well-being. How has it changed? Think of your finances and your security. How have they improved? Don't hold back and cast aside any remaining fears that you might have, and declare the truth of who you are. Remember that nothing is impossible for those who believe. Trust in the process of intention. For this is the time where we create the intentions for the upcoming year. You and your divine identity have the power to create what you choose to experience. You are not the same person that you were in the past. You are wiser, deeper, more alive and alert. And so we pray As I realize my oneness, I am deeply blessed. Affirm that with me. As I realize my oneness, I am deeply blessed. As I open my heart to the gift of Spirit, I am blessed. Together, as I open my heart to the gift of Spirit, I am blessed. And so I encourage you to finish up your writing of your intentions. And when you have finished your letter, put it into the envelope with your mailing address so that it can be sent to you. Seal it closed. Say thank you in advance. For these are the gifts you shall receive. They've been affirmed by your faith and your intention. They are planted in your consciousness, and they are yours by just claiming them. And so my prayer for you is that you do claim these gifts for yourself, that you claim all the good that you have claimed for yourself, and I bless that each and every person, each and every life force gets the gift that you desire. And so I bless you and your channels of good, expected and unexpected, and I dedicate my energy to the activity of the divine. And may you also dedicate your energy to the activity of the divine in you to manifest your intention. So go forth to meet your good. And so it is. And so we allow it to be. Amen and amen.